So about, I guess it was around January, I was approached about helping build a lower school computer coding curriculum, and that sort of brought me on this trip to working with Jennifer Landry, and we started looking at how could we get STEM throughout the K through 12, because we already had Intro to Computer Science, we had STAD, we did not have AP Computer Science. So we went to, in March, we went up and visited a school in New Jersey that had an incredible STEM program, saw their robots, saw their maker rooms. This gave us, and they were very helpful with their information and gave us tons of ideas of where to start and how to start. From that, after we went to the Computer Science Teachers Association meeting, which I'm a member of, and again, saw all these things for, primarily we went there to learn about elementary and middle school. Upper school, I knew how to do those. I wanted to see what were they expecting in the lower schools and the middle schools. On top of that, they had speakers from Rolls-Royce and Lockheed Martin and the NSA. And so we were learning about cybersecurity and defense and aerospace. And so we learned what kind of jobs these kids will be doing in the future. And they're telling us what they want them doing now, which was amazing. So yes, they want them creative, but they also want them being able to go through a project logically. They have to be perfect when they create a program or they test a program, but even if they're not the coder and they're in charge of the autonomous ship that's going across the water, if there's a problem, they have to be a very good problem solver.
Right.
And it has to be done quickly.
Right.
So these are the kind of things that employers are looking for in the future. And right now there's a huge gap. Then from there, I came back and we in-serviced the whole lower school on code.org with a girl from code.org. It was completely free. I did learn that we can do this with the middle school next year, and it will be completely free. And if we have to fly them or drive them somewhere, code.org will pay for it. We learned about the robots, the mice robots, which we are now using in the lower school. We also learned about Dash and Dot, which are behind me right now. And we've got a faculty facilitator for a 6-year-old through 8-year-old robotics competition team. And I think we have a faculty facilitator now for 9 through 12, but it's not definite. And then from there, the rest, I went to an AP Computer Science class and spent 40 hours in that week up at Rutgers University learning how to teach AP Computer Science, and have now brought it back to North Cross. And I have 9 students in that class. I have 20 students in my intro class, and I have parents asking me every day how can they get their kids into the classes. So in the middle school, we decided to do another code.org program, which is called Computer Science and Design. It is really a good STEM-based class because we're going to start with problem solving, where there are one lesson they're going to be making boats out of tinfoil, and then they're going to be loading them up with pennies, and they're going to see how many pennies they can put in their tinfoil boat before the boat sinks. And then they have to go back and figure out how could they make their boat better so they can put more pennies in their boat. And we'll do a couple activities like that in the beginning. And then we'll branch into doing some web page design. We're going to do some app making, and we're going to finish off the class with actually programming little chips. So they can make them light up and stuff, but they'll be programming them. And it's a good introduction to some of the many facets of STEM. And then hopefully next year with our 8th graders, if we get through the whole course, we'll do something else. One thing that we saw at the school up north, they had maker rooms on every campus, and we would love to have some maker rooms. And they have a project that they do in one of their classes where they take small things and they enlarge them. So they said in the spring is when they do this, and you see kids walking across campus with huge keys and big Rubik's cubes, and they're walking over to the maker room with their project, and they said it's wonderful. And if we could get to that point, and of course that's a goal, I think that would be wonderful. Hi.
Are you getting...
Yes.